What were the focuses of this week's sessions?
So we have been, as I said, you have to crush some eggs to make a good omelette. So we have been training hard Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I let Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think maybe we pushed a little bit too much. That's why today we take it very down because we need to be fresh to the game because that's going to be a big game for us. So I feel we have trained really well, and today we just take down the load mentally and physically, and tomorrow we prepare and then we travel and then we are ready for Saturday.
Are you a data guy when it comes to like the load of training sessions, or is it more just kind of looking at it and seeing the guys need a break?
I think after 18 years of experience, it's quite similar what I see and what I get from numbers. So when I put trainings, I will know how much meters they will run through that training. But we have a fantastic team around me to also check these things, and it's important that we find our way to get the right low mentally and physically to be ready for. So it's yes, both. I have eyes to see, and I think that's the most important thing. And then you have at the same time numbers that in a way give you information.
Pedro, is he fit, ready to go?
He's training with the team now, but he's not ready for the weekend. He hopefully can be available for the Red Bull game.
And Derek, I know he played a few minutes last week. Well, how is he?
He's available.
He's available. Okay. And is Dominic going to get signed again to another short-term one?
Yeah.
Okay. Ajaman for Charlotte, a very large man. How do you defend someone who's just got that kind of size, particularly on set pieces?
That's a good question. You know, it's first of all you have to try to take away crosses. You know, if you get 25 crosses to you every half, then you will get trouble. So it's about that. It's about them running after us instead of we running after them. It's about being clear that we need to be very aggressive on the side, so we stop crosses, and then inside the box we need to be organized and aggressive. So you know, we have dealt with this many times before, and you know, every team will have strength. They have also quick wingers, you know, 1v1. They have good midfielders. Especially the number 6 is very central. So we know what we're going to meet. It's just how we execute to be ourselves and at the same time learn and know what they are good at.
17 road matches, but is it any more important to get a win in the first road match just to kind of set a tone?
Oh, that'd be fantastic. That's what we hope for. You know, it's we go every game to win, and but we know also that's going to be it's tough. And Shaw did well last year. It's a good team. They have strengthened themselves also, like we have done. So it's in a way a local derby as well. There's going to be a lot of people in the stands. We just look forward to it, and I think you know we can go there and attack the situation.
Ronny, it looked like when the team was out of possession against Montreal, you were set up in like a 4-2-4 block almost. Can you talk about, is that something that you just prefer philosophically as a coach, or is that something that you looked at the players and kind of analyzed what you're doing and wanted to set them up in that shape?
It depends what the opponent is playing. It's a chess game. So when they are playing in a back three and they play through the center all the time, we wanted to press with 4 against 5. So I think we did that really, really well in the first half. In the second half, we were all over the place. We were not organized. We wanted too much. We just run in pressure everywhere. So it's about communication. It's about discipline. It's about moves together. So when we are high, we are high. When we are low, and we are everybody doing our job. Then we had very difficult to play against. So we were very disappointed in our performance in the second half because we couldn't see there's so many chances because I think we get a little bit tired, and at the same time we just want to show ourselves so much that we lose discipline and organization. And when you do that, then you put the points in play. And we were a little bit lucky in the second half, but we should have been 2-3-0 up also after the first half. So it's a lot of good things, but it's also the bad moments need to be better than it was on Saturday.
From what I remember of this team, when they were set up in that mid-block last year, they weren't quite as aggressive, especially with the wingers pushing up that high into that kind of front 4. Is that something that you feel like you've had to push the players to kind of get in the mentality of doing, or have they taken to it?
I think we have done the whole season, and again, if you have somebody that double ups outside you, you cannot be that aggressive. So then it's about talking and communication, and it's about understanding exactly what we do in every situation. So you learn from every experience. I said again, first half I think we did really well. Second half we were all over the place, and then you see what the opponents can do with us. So we need to get back to what we did in the first half, and we have to do that for 90 minutes. And hopefully we can press high all the time, and we have the ball more than we had against Montreal, because if you don't have the ball, it's more hard to press all the time. So it's the fine balance between playing and being organized and aggressive.
How important is it to you to get a little more width in the attack this time around?
I think it's when we have the wingers inside, we are doing different things into the games as well. Now we saw there was a big gap in the center of the pitch, so we had our wingers more inside. And Miggy is a waste of talent if you put him wide all the time. So he finds the game a lot. But then we need to get Matt to go higher and have the width. And so I think I said to them in the break that we need more crosses, we need more overload on the sides when we switch to the center. But in the end, it's about keeping the ball. And I don't think we did that well in the second half, more better in the first. So that's going to be important now, even though it's going to be a totally different game than in the weekend, because Montreal have a style of play is very different from the others, and that's it's a positive way as well. So now it's more a traditional 4-3-3 we have to deal with, and they are good in counterattacks, they're good in set play, they're good in crosses. So we are quite clear what we're going to meet.
Do you think with how Charlotte plays, since it's so different, is that going to allow you guys to thrive a lot more when you guys want to play the way you want to play, or is it going to be a little bit more difficult, especially looking against Montreal, looking at it?
I don't think they are so into possession. I think they are more into being effective. So when you come to Montreal, they want to control the whole game with the ball. We know if we press really well, we will get our chances. Now it's totally different. Maybe now we will have the ball more, we will attack more. Then it's about counter-pressing, it's about balance, it's about offensive marking, it's about reactions in the team. And of course, in the start again, you're playing away, you need to defend. You need to suffer together and do that well. Then we will always get our chances, because we have quality up front. So we know we will do that, but we cannot concede so many chances that we did on Saturday.
Zaha is trending maybe to play, not play, whatever the situation is. How do you handle that, potentially preparing for that may play and may not in your preparations?
We don't talk so much about individuals. We know he's an unbelievable player when he's in shape, and you've seen what he have done in the Premier League. But again, it's about, like with the striker, if he gets a lot of crosses, then trouble will come. If you give Zaha the ball wide without pressure, he can make a big difference. So it's about being organized, it's about being together and compact and aggressive. And if you do that, then we have the best chance to take qualities like him out of the game. And know also that we have quality in the same level, maybe better, in the opposite way.
How did the Schleich partnership work defensively in the second half? Were you pleased with that, or did that need some improvement?
I think they run 12,700 meters each, so that was unbelievable, effort. But as we saw in the pictures, when they end up wide all the time, then we have a problem as a team. So I told them, I don't want them to be wide. You are like a security in the center, and if you have to go out, you do it. But if you feel yourself you are there all the time, then you have to start to think why I'm here. Start talking, get your wingers to do the job, so you can stay in the center of the pitch, because every time we were organized, we win the ball good and we counter-attack on them, we open them up totally. So for me, I think they now hopefully recognize the situation when that's happened. We cannot have sixes that is playing fullbacks and wingers, because then the center will be open. But again, this is a totally different game, so it will be different, but it's a very good learning for us.
You mentioned briefly after the game that you really liked what Alex gave the team in that game against Montreal. When you look back at the film, what specifically does he do on the field that helps this team?
I think he was brilliant in the game. I think he runs a lot, so he do the defense job. He connects the game. You can play on him with when he's marked, when he's in tight spaces. He switched the play. He puts up our attacking players in good situations. and he also have opportunities himself as well. I think it's just a start what we can see of Alex, and I see him enjoy himself on the pitch. He's getting fitter and fitter, and yeah, he's just a fantastic football player, and I'm sure Miggy and Manu and all the others is loving to play with him because he really can connect the others and put them in situation they like to be in.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ronny.